All right. All right. It's Runday. It's Runday. I'm excited on the inside. It was game day yesterday for my Broncos. Go Broncos! I would be so loud, but it's nighttime. Then again, I don't give a shit. Broncos! Oh, 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 oh. For the win. For the win. If you know, you know. Anyway, little horse. A little parched. A little parched, I indulged. Just a little. Just a little. I also found out that one of my pages where I worked so hard to be so funny was taken down, which I don't think was fair because they weren't all your videos, but it's okay. I'm going to come back even stronger and harder, and can't nobody tell me what I can and can't post. And yes, some of the videos, you're in it, but guess what? They're on my devices. Anyway, talk about something positive. Wasting breath on that. I took my dad to the doctor the other day. That was pretty cool. He got on a scale. He's lost since we've been doing the water roast and me walking, and I do some everything. But anyway, my dad's lost 9 pounds. I have lost 11 pounds. Yay! And I ain't even trying for real. And that's when the weight usually comes off, is when you don't try. Keep your water. Don't eat meat. All that crap. Blah, 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 blah. It's not crap. I'm just... I'm tired. Ever since that Jupiter and Venus have come out, I've been a little bit more, I'm not saying bipolar, but emotional. As far as like my highs been high, been low, like this last couple of days. So this kind of ain't said nothing. But there's other dynamics in the mix. But we'll talk about that later. Once that person wants to post it, we'll see. But other than that, life is gravy. Christian is doing wonderful. He's about to get him his own phone line. I'm excited. I'm just okay to put them parental controls on there like I want to. That would have been wonderful. There's Mr. P.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. P.
Morning. It's Runday.
That it is.
Or walk day.
Whatever you choose, as long as you get it done. And so, see, Christian's adapting well. Mr. Green Pants, I have not seen him, but I've heard from him indirectly. He'll be all right. I think our best thing is just get him to the lawyer and send him on his way. But getting to be him and the lawyer in the room at the same time, that's going to be the interesting part. But hell, I can do Zoom. I don't care. As long as he get something to make him feel like he's doing something.
Morning.
And running these streets like a vagabond.
It's Runday.
It's Runday. Nothing big in the house. Woo, woo. No weirdos, no children, no eating burgers. And don't be hitting on my man, Xavier.
Heart and smiley faces. Hi. Morning. It's Runday.
I'm not morning.
Right now it's...
Grand Rising.
Yeah, Grand Rising. It's walk day.
Who is
Cleo.
it? Oh, don't know.
IRL.
Oh, Cleo was on there last time.
IRL. COAL. Giving us hearts.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Streaming.
Oh, they match my pants. You can't see them. I got on heart pants. Heart pants.
Sun will be out soon. We'll see them.
Heart pants.
Hi, do you? Hey.
Well, we found out the other day when we went live, there was a bunch of minors on our page. It was funny though, because they was on there texting, finger banging. That's hilarious. Ain't nobody got time. I don't got time for that. I think it's funny. Mm-hmm. But even then, I was like, wait a minute. So somebody called somebody out that was hitting on Paul, some young man named Xavier. He's like, I'm not talking to you. I was like, ooh. And then they start saying, I'm 9. Don't talk to me. Like I said, you're 9. What you doing on this page? Talking about her mama don't care, or they mama. I said, oh Lord. Then all of a sudden everybody, I think it turned into a joke. Some person talking about, oh, I'm 14. Another one talking about, oh, I'm 13. I said, and then somebody posted, you do not, 40% of YouTube is minors. That I was like, well, this is interesting.
If, are you black?
Oh no, I'm not black. Is it the ass? Excuse my French. Let me see this. This is butthole.
Keep talking.
I will, but I want to see. Who said are you black? What are you saying? I'm starting to think you the same weirdo. Are you? No, I'm not a color crayon. Don't text him back. He can see, hear me. I'm not a crayon, and neither are you. Keep on being funny. You're going to get blocked. I have a nationality just like you and your grandparents. I'm Moorish American. What are you? Greg. Don't ask me. You better talk to Paul. Back to my channel, where I have intelligent people who don't ask ignorant questions. Yay! That's what happened when you listen to their history in them history books. They lie to you. You get to call people color crayons because you're ignorant and don't know that black is not a nationality. Idiot. Because you're ignorant. And so you ask your grandsister, your grandma, your great-grandma what they are. I bet you they ain't going to say a color crayon color. They are. They're ignorant just like you. Anyway, that's why I said, come to my page with that bullshit. I got you. Kid or not. You shouldn't be on our page with this stupid, ignorant stuff. What are we doing?
East of Griffin. I'm assuming that's a joke. Are you east of Griffin? Unless Griffin is an actual place. G-R-G-I-P.
Is that the same person?
Greg, yeah.
Greg, I'm finna come for your ancestors. Keep playing with me. I'm not Paul. I'm not quiet. I'm not nice. And I go for grandparents and kids. So keep on playing. I'm going to push some buttons on my phone and find out what and you are, whatever your pronoun is. If you go get it, find somebody else to play with at 5, what time? 5 o'clock in the morning?
Can you call me Gray?
Your mama will. I won't. If she's still alive. Don't play with me. Go on and block his ass. He on some fuck shit. B is for blocked. Because I'm a blockhead. Anyway, waste the energy on another wiener. I think they jealous. I don't know why. Because they ain't got nothing else to do. They rather finger text somebody and troll instead of go get their fat ass up off the computer and go do something with their life.
Yep, something like that.
Or maybe he's stuck in a wheelchair. I don't know. Because I don't discriminate against no handicap either. They can get it too. You come on my side of the playground, I'm throwing sand in your face. But anywho, back to what I was saying. So took my dad to the doctor. He lost 9 pounds. I lost 11. It's pretty cool. He talked to the doctor about his shoulder. Oh. Paul, did you want to talk about your change of careers or no?
Oh, what, me quitting my job and starting over?
All the above.
What aspect should I discuss?
I don't know, the new plan, because it ain't the old plan no more.
The plan hasn't changed. So yeah, I quit working.
It's prolonged.
The job that I had, they were frustrating my life, so I quit. And tomorrow I start a new job. The plan is to get a house within, the plan is to make enough money to get approved for a loan to get a house. Get approved for a mortgage to get a house. I can use my regular income from the job that I'm working to get approved, but since I'm a veteran, I can use my VA loan to get a loan, and my VA loan will get me approved for more, but I have to work for 2 years consistent. So Nessa is frustrated because I've already been working for about 4 months, and if I got to work for 2 years, then it doesn't make any sense to quit now because I just that makes the time reset. I'm not happy with the work environment that I'm in and the way that I'm being treated by my European coworkers. To just keep it real, they're acting stupid. So they've created an environment where I don't feel comfortable in my long-term ability to function within that environment. So instead of trying to keep a job when I'm being beat, she said beat them at their own game. Instead of trying to play their game and trying to go there every day to keep my job, because that's not what I'm getting paid for, I'm just going to leave now so I don't have to worry about that. Because all these jobs are
the same.
Yeah, they're all
gonna be someone there
based
who's
on
gunning for you, especially if you show that you have higher intelligence than them. They're going to be inferior and intimidated because they're worried about you taking their shit.
Right.
Period.
But they can fire you whenever they want. So since they can let you go whenever they want and they don't need justification, why even waste energy with that work? With that,
they got to do it right, or it's a lawsuit. Period.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be entertaining that every day. Every day, I'm not trying to be
harassed at a job. I'm gonna let this corporate know I'm being harassed. Period. Because either you go get them, or I'm gonna get them after work.
So Nessa is a woman, and I'm not. The world cares more about females being harassed at work than they do about males. So no one cares about me, and I already understand that. I'm not trying to go to work and pretend like they actually care, because if they actually care, they wouldn't be making my life harder than it needs to be for no justifiable reason. Not true. And even when I say that, like, well, what did you do? I'm like, I didn't do anything. Oh, you did something. I'm like, no, I literally did nothing. Came to work, want to work, and go home.
I'm gonna go to the animal kingdom. So when there's someone who wants to take the alpha's place, they gotta fight for it. Period. And guess what? When they get their ass whooped, they humble down. I was saying you got your ass whooped, but they humble down and they find their place in that whole pack, or they get the fuck out.
And that's why I left, because I ain't trying to take no alpha's place. I'm not trying to be. I'm not about that energy. I'm just trying to work.
Nobody cares. You isolated yourself, but it's okay. I get it. If you go to work,
whatever sounds good. Whatever sounds good. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to do. No, not with you. I'm saying at work. I'm not trying to argue with them at work. I'm not trying to debate with them at work.
I would have went there and act like a music.
I'm not trying to fight with them at work.
What was called? They would thought I was crazy.
That's what I was doing. I was doing just that. I wasn't going there arguing and complaining. I was having them. They would come to me after telling me I could no longer drive forklifts and would not do their job. And then I'd have 3 forklift drivers moving totes around, and they'd be like, "Oh, you need to enter this stuff on the computer faster because we're behind." It's like, we're not behind because of my capacity to push buttons on the computer and print out a slip. We're behind because you're not moving fast enough. And no matter how much I said that to them,
let me read your comments from you idiots. I'm still moving.
No matter how much I said that to them, they were still like, well, it's your fault. So we had a situation where.
Okay, well, get off my page, Michael.
So the stream will hear it. So we had a situation where one of the guys that quit came back to work. He quit because he didn't want to work with me. Half of the crew walked off because they didn't want to work with the black guy.
Yeah.
So I'm not even making this up. Half the I came to work one day and they had a meeting, and half of the crew, half of the Hispanics that were working there in my department, half of my department quit. They literally just stopped working. They was like, nope, not doing it. They quit. And one of the guys, Brian.
Of you or leadership?
It was because of me. It was because of leadership, but it was because of me.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't trying to play their game. Because they were trying to frustrate my life. Like she's saying about fight them. I wasn't trying to fight them. So I figured the problem I was having was effective communication. So
quit because of you?
Yes, because they didn't want to work with me. No.
That don't even make sense.
So anyway, they all quit.
If I'm in the clique, I'm gonna move the party.
So they hired one of the guys back. So when he came back, they tried to have him work with me, but he didn't want to work with me. He wanted to just be unnecessary, arrogant, argumentative, and fight. And it's all because when you're working a job, you have to be able to do the job. And the process from learning to do the job to being good at the job is, for some reason, super important to people. And instead of accepting when they would make mistakes or didn't understand something, it had to be my fault. Everything has to be Paul's fault, no matter where I go in life. Do I make mistakes? Yes, I'm a human being. I say it all the goddamn time. So I absolutely make mistakes. But do I have the capacity?
And the right complexion.
Do I have the capacity to learn, grow, and evolve as a person? I absolutely have the capacity to learn, grow, and evolve as a person. So I'm digressing. This guy comes to work in the area that I'm in. He undermines everything I did, changed everything that was going on, and didn't want to be accountable or responsible for it. So it got to the point where they actually had me go talk to, because I was being trained by one person on the floor. One young lady on the floor was training me. And they had another lady in another department that was supervising my training and seeing that I was becoming more proficient in understanding what was expected of me in a job. So she calls me to her office to go over what's going on. And I'm like, yeah, I understand Plex. I understand the system. I get the tags, all of this, the totes, everything, the codes. Like I literally told her, like, I finally understand everything that's supposed to happen and going on. And she's sitting there with my paperwork and she's like, well, if you understand what's supposed to happen and what's going on, then why are there so many mistakes being made? And I said, because nobody that I work with cares about the job. They just don't care. They don't want to have to understand what is expected of us. They're just there doing what they're told, but they don't understand fundamentally what it needs to happen and why it needs to happen. So they're making this part of what needs to happen, which is the simplest part, harder than it needs to be. And I don't understand why. I understood why. Because they're trying to make me look like I don't know what I'm doing. They're trying to make it look like I'm incompetent. They don't care. Management doesn't care. So we were running perfectly fine before he got there. We had issues and hiccups because the supervisors and the leads are trying to make it seem like I don't know what I'm doing. He starts working and mind you, he should have more experience than me because he started training before I did. The very same day that he starts working, a tote managed to get put on both trucks. A tote got scanned onto both trucks. And basically that should never, ever, 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 ever happen. Ever happen. So they're sitting there. So by the end of the night, because he like, oh, it's fine. It's not our fault. It's not a big deal, because he wanted to blame the other new guy that we just hired. It's like, what is the point in trying to, like, the guy I'm training has been doing perfectly fine. He hasn't made any errors. He hasn't made any mistakes. He's got caught on quickly. He's up to speed. So what is the point in creating this unnecessary condition where you want to do what? Like, why is it necessary to try to make it seem like he doesn't know what he's doing? So by the end of the night, I called him out on it. I was like, it's 100% your fault that those totes went on the truck wrong. And he looking at me like, what? I'm like, it's literally your fault. If you would have picked the tote up and put it on the truck like you were supposed to, instead of leaving and having somebody else come back here and do something different, they wouldn't have got loaded on 2 different trucks. That would not have happened. His response to me was, well, I might be responsible for the toast being on the wrong truck, but I'm not responsible for all of the toasts that are on the truck wrong. And I'm looking at him like, first of all, and as I'm thinking in my head, because I'm not trying to argue and fight with him. First of all, you shouldn't know that there are wrong totes on the truck labeled incorrectly. You shouldn't know that. You shouldn't know that truck has totes on it that are not labeled properly. The only reason why you know that is because you put them on there labeled incorrectly. And the only thing you're going to do is say, I did it. And I don't have time for that. At the age of 42, I don't have time to be playing your game. I'm not about to be wasting my energy with this. So you know what I said to him? That's not relevant. As a leader, you're supposed to be accountable and responsible. If you don't want to be accountable and responsible, then you shouldn't be in a leadership role. And that's like, and I just laid it out. And then when I was cutting into him, telling him what he needs to hear, our supervisor over us, she says, you don't have the right to talk down to him like that. You can't say that. And I'm saying, I can't say the truth. I can't tell him what he needs to hear to understand how this job needs to be done. So then I left. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. And she's like, well, you're not in charge. You're not running anything. I'm in charge. I said, well, tell Jessica that, because she's the one that told me that I need to take charge and take lead. And I told her nobody wants to see me in a position of authority. And I don't have time to be coming here arguing and fighting with people every day, because you look at me and don't think that I should have the right to be in a position of authority if I'm qualified. And clearly I'm qualified, because otherwise you wouldn't have put me in authority. What they want is somebody that looks like them to do the job. They didn't hire me to do that job. They hired the African-American guy so that he could fail at it. And they got Paul. And they were confused, because they're like, well, he's not supposed to be intelligent. How is he able to be smart enough to figure it out? We're not teaching him anything. How is he still learning? We're doing everything in our power to make sure that we undermine him and he fails. But why is he still being successful? Why is it so hard to just prove that this guy's incompetent so we don't have to deal with him anymore? Because I was trying my hardest to just keep a job so that I could do what I need to do in life. It's what I talk about all the time. So instead of entertaining that every freaking day for no reason, I just quit. I just left. And not even 3 or 4 days. How long was it until I told you about the incident that happened at work? What was it, like a week?
I don't remember. I stopped counting after you didn't go to the first meeting. I really did.
It was about a week after they demoted me from that position, that the very thing that I was constantly trying to fight against and prevent happened. And then they're all just back there looking stupid because they screwed up the paperwork and screwed up the process. And yeah, so to the point where they literally changed the entire way shipping was ran, just based on, they implemented everything that I did. And I know that sounds like arrogant and egotistical, but the system that I had created when I was back there in shipping, they literally implemented that entire system. Everything that I just explained and discussed with them, became the standard after they got rid of me. All of it.
So how do you not? So with that being said, how do you know that's not the reason why they were watching you, so they could see what else you were going to do? And
because they should have said that.
They're not going to. White people don't do that shit.
Well, they shouldn't be staring at me.
And ancestors.
I'm not working in an environment where I'm gonna be stared at.
They're like apes. Apes watch and learn. Animals watch
they
and learn.
They should have said that.
They're not going to.
Adults should be able to communicate effectively. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for you to create an environment where I don't feel comfortable, and then you can't just say, "Hey, we're watching you to learn what you're doing," or "Hey, you're really proficient at your job," and all they have to do is say, "Hey, you're good at your job. Keep doing what you're doing," and that's it. But that's not what they were doing. They were actively making the environment unnecessarily hostile.
400 years later, why be surprised?
I'm not surprised. That's why I quit. That's why I'm not entertaining to go there every day and protect my position. I want to be self-employed. I want to go work for myself. And I would be if I didn't constantly have to work for somebody else to get validation from people around me. At the end of the day, I should be able to just make money on my own. There's more than enough money for us all to start our own businesses. That's why I started my 2 cents. That's why I'm putting together the infrastructure. I just can't keep up with the changes of technology. As the landscape changes, I have to adapt, and it changes faster than I can adapt. But that's the past, it's the present, and I'm right there. Everything right now is stable enough for me to be successful the way I'm trying to be successful. So no whining, no complaining, just sticking to the plan. And it is counterintuitive to quit your job when you're trying to work somewhere for 2 years. But like I even sat down and said to my supervisor, it doesn't make any sense for me to stay here for 18 or 19 months and have y'all fire me when I'm trying to work for 2 years consistently. That would be a waste of my time. That would truly be a waste of time. Getting fired from that job in 2027 because I kept beating them at their game, and they just decided, well, we'll just let you go now.
So you did it for them.
They can let me go whenever they want. And if people are trying to hurt you, oh, that's the best way to hurt him. Oh, we gonna hurt him, all right. Wait till he's at 20 months. Well, all his arrogance and his coming here thinking that he's intelligent, we're gonna just let him go. And he's gonna have to start all over. And he's not gonna be able to get a house. And that's what we call racism. Like, even though I'm making up a hypothetical theory that never happened to me, that's what they do. You come to them with good intentions to communicate to them what it is you're trying to do, and they use that shit against you just for their own fucking ego. You know what those people I was working with are doing right now? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing, because Paul's not there. Who are they staring at? No fucking body. They'll find a new target to target. They'll find a new person to harass. That's just what they're always going to do. Because as long as they have someone to distract them from themselves with, they will never change. They will always continue to do the same thing. So, new job's already lined up. I start Monday. Well, I think I start Tuesday. I think orientation's Monday. So, and the new job is better working hours. I might not be able to do Runday with Miss Renessa no more, but money will be getting made. So, that's the most important part. Yep.
I have no words.
And of course,
Thank
quit.
you
Well, you
for
always
sharing.
quit. That's why there is. Yeah, management doesn't care. That's why you quit.
Something about your own business,
And
I think.
of course, you quit. You'll always quit. You know nothing about business.
Oh, that's what they said.
We hate you. For you, no job. Yeah, you can say all of that.
Block them after
But
you respond.
the reality is that everybody feels like this is the reason why I started my 2 cents. And this
So
is exactly
he
why I
said
started
why.
Runday.
So that means you must be a European.
Yeah.
That's
This
why.
is exactly why I started Runday.
You'll never understand.
Anybody can say anything about what you are or not doing. You can tell us right now that we're not out here walking. It won't change the fact that we're walking. You can tell us that we didn't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and come out here and make a plan and strategize and implement that plan. You could say that, but it doesn't change the fact that objectively we did it. That's the whole point of Runday. The whole point of Runday is how do you, in spite of all of the bullshit, do you continue to be consistent with your own ambitions and your own goals so that you can achieve what you're trying to achieve. The whole world is designed to make you do shit for other people. This channel is about how do you do for you? How do you maximize you? And it's hard to know what the best course of action is when you are a young person. It's not impossible to figure it out, but you said my vision is not correct. What is not correct about my vision? I'm listening.
Who is it?
It's the same guy, Michael Cantor.
Oh.
Cantor.
So
But it's easy to have an opinion. It's easy to evaluate something and come to a conclusion. It's difficult to even formulate a strategy in your mind that's going to work and be able to take into consideration all contingencies. And when you're young, you don't believe that you can fail. You understand that you're better than everything else, and you're going to always do exactly what society wants you to do, exactly the way society knows you're going to behave and move, and they are going to profit from it.
Rage against the machine.
Yep, you're going to engage in behavior. It's a social science. You're going to engage in exactly the same pattern of behavior that everybody else engaged in because you don't know any better. You're going to put the same amount of energy and the same amount of time doing the same exact thing, using the same exact strategy that everybody else used, and you're going to still fail just like everybody else. The probability of people being successful is low. Otherwise, most people will be successful. A handful of successful people is not the mode. Just because one person was able to be successful, you forget that there's millions of people that strategy that he was able to use successfully didn't work. Like that one person you see in success is an oddity because there were hundreds of thousands of people that did the exact same thing that person did, the exact same way that person did it, with varying degrees of their own individualized adversities that interfere with their capacity to be successful. And the part that everybody seems to miss is the adversities of the human condition in our societies are designed adversities. It's not, I'm trying to hunt a wildebeest and 3 lions come out of the back or a pack of wolves that I didn't account for is sitting over there. It's like designed adversities. Like it's designed. Like a perfect example is education. The educational system is designed so that only a certain percentage of students will pass. If a certain percentage of students will pass, then a certain percentage of students have to fail. The education system is designed so that some people will absolutely not be able to graduate. So every time you're like, yeah, I'm going to go to school, are you going to be part of the group of people that are not going to graduate? No matter how good 100% of the students in school does, somebody has to fail. Somebody has to not make it. That's just part of the way it's structured. It's not structured. Our society is not structured for 100% of people to graduate. You will never see a graduation class that is at 100%. It's designed that way. It means that no matter how hard you try, no matter how much energy you put in, no matter how much you study, no matter how high your grades are, if you are at the bottom of the bell curve, you will not graduate. They will come up with some justification for you not to be successful. So you got all these students trying to run out in this world and go to college to get good degrees and good jobs with the understanding that some of y'all just not gonna make it. We're gonna look at y'all and we're gonna decide. We're gonna sit down and decide who's gonna fail and who's gonna be successful, just like what I'm dealing with at work. And you know what? That's until we decide at our level to fix that shit, it's never gonna change. And when you're young, you don't know that it exists. You are sitting in classroom thinking that if I just try hard enough, if I just study, then I can be successful. And when you're turning your grades and you're doing this and you're doing that, and they're sitting there saying, well, you're just not good enough. You need to try harder. Your paper was amazing, but you're just not quite there. You just need to try a little bit harder. They're just full of shit, but you don't know that. You're gonna just keep trying. You're gonna just keep doing it. You're gonna just keep getting strung along. So the microsystem system that's what it's for. That's why I designed it and what the whole structure and purpose of it is. So I mean, I'm just ranting raving, but that's the reality. So any thoughts, Miss Day?
Okay. I agree 110%, but like I said, I don't allow myself to be treated a certain way at work, at home, at anywhere.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, no rebuttal needed. I'm just saying I'm different. I agree what he's saying. I've seen it happen. I've seen it unfold. I've made waves Sorry, y'all. I need more oxygen to the brain. But yeah, I would have handled it different, but it's all good. Like he said, it has nothing to do with a boy and a girl. It's just, I don't take shit from nobody, including him. He'll tell you, I want my ship to run a certain way. So I'm steering it, building it from the ground up. And if you don't like it, get the fuck off. In real life.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I do have a system. I'm working on it, and it'll be coming soon to YouTube near you. We are at 1.55.
Mm-hmm. I did something with my hair. I wanted bangs, but it's not giving. Take it down today. Condition and wash my hair. Supposed to go on the comedy show later. Yay! I was excited yesterday because we went yesterday and it was today. At least we won't be late. Maybe. Depends on the outer elements.
Good morning.
Ooh.
No, we're technically running, but it's a walk day, so sometimes you gotta rest. So 2 miles every 3 days, training for a 100K challenge. So
well, he'll be running and I'll be walking.
mm-hmm.
Might cheat and get on my bike. Did Greg leave the page? Ignorant ass.
No, he didn't, not yet.
Maybe he needs help.
Well, maybe, I think he did leave.
Yay.
Yeah, he left.
Let me make sure he can't come back. Greg's a pompous ass. And I was at first until he responded the way he did. I thought he was a kid until he said what he said. And I don't know, he might be a wannabe college in debt person or an adult, a young adult, but not a child. I thought it was at first as a child.
But people will, yeah.
His last name, he's either European or some Asian descent.
Yep.
What is that? This is the first. I really don't have much to say today. Oh well. Silence. All geniuses need silence.
Hi from America. Fake Lord says I am Indian.
I didn't ask, but okay. I'm Moorish American. Nice to meet you, Indian. You can hold 2 phones? I need water.
You need me to?
Yeah.
I'm dual wielding.
Oh, double fisted.
Sure.
No, it is. Double fisted. Get your mind out the gutter, Mr. Anderson.
I can't.
Try.
$1.73. You want to start heading back now, or you want to
We can go up the
walk
hill.
until 2? Till we get to 2 now.
Well, it will be when we get up to the end.
Okay.
Oh, hey. Dibbidi-doo-doo.
Almost done with the walk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
You already have a page on YouTube?
Yep. I'm starting to think that when I tethered them phones, which I'm finna untether, I think I'm under yours. So I think that's why I cannot go live, but I'm going to investigate today. Because once again, they allow me not to go live, tried to make me do shorts, and I'm like, I'm under my name.
You used to do lives?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of stuff that has been deleted.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything that was on the yoke page was on my YouTube, and it has been taken away. So I guess I need to change all my past. No, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that shit. If you want to start a war, I will end it. Gloves off. I need to make me some fig. Do I got any fig leaves left? I think I do. Talking to myself, saying I want some tea. I might go back to sleep. I didn't sleep well at all. Dreaming about weird shit. I finally remember what I was dreaming about on the grocery list that I was arguing about. Wipes.
Oh, yeah, wipes.
You need wipes, dishwashing liquid. If you're going to use a washing machine, you wash them. Powder tabs. Or make your own. Well, hell, might as well.
You want to get
same shit.
Dishwasher pods?
No, what I said, well, not really.
Yeah.
That's what you were asking, did I?
Yeah. I was asking if you want to get dishwasher pods.
No, but I'm saying, if you let me finish my thought, a while back you had asked me, did I buy any for the dishwasher? And I said, no, I use dishwashing liquid. So what I'm saying is I don't care either way.
Yeah.
But those wipes, Christian needs to get his own witch hazel. And if you got a peroxide, I guess somebody should remember this because I'm not. I tried it for 2 days in a row and forgot.
Try what for 2 days in a row?
You remember all that crap that we need?
Oh,
and I didn't get nothing.
Yeah.
The witch hazel just came about, but the peroxide and all that stuff. Hell, I get it. The only thing I use for reefer is the wipes. And forgot those. No, it wasn't. I was looking for a sale. That's why I didn't forget. I wanted to see. Yes, I got all these coupons and can't even use them. To drive all the way to Portland. It ain't worth the gas unless I gotta go Monday. Been thrown off a whole day. Yep. Even thought today was pool day with my dad. And I could have sworn he called me last night and said, I want to go tomorrow. I think, but then again, I don't know if that was a dream. Like I said, I had some refreshments yesterday, and my head spinning a little bit. So I was a whole day ahead. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, I'm gonna get off of mine because I want to put my arm down. And that's the day out until we meet again in 3 days or less. Because I always have a lot to talk about today. I actually ain't got much to say, but it's all good. Peace and love, y'all. Have a good day. If you don't go fucking up somebody else's.
Deuces.